Hi everybody, it's Lynn. Hope everybody is doing well. I want to welcome you in. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a necklace using our big focal leaf here. I'm using the 6 to 7 millimeter green magnesite dyed rondelle beads, these little guys. I'm also using the English cut crystals that came in our box, and obviously this is all from the July Bargain Bead Box with our beautiful Apatite Nuggets here. I'm adding a Z bead on each side, some of the red agate, a couple of these little rondelle beads that we got that are orange here, just to, kind of put a little oomph into it. And I'm going to use the leaf links that we got in there. I'm using my own wire, which is a 20 gauge vintage bronze, because I want to match these leaves. And I'm doing simple loops. So I thought today I'd show you how I do those, and we'll put the rest of the necklace together. I've done one side. We're also going to make a pair of coordinating earrings using these wisteria leaves and an English cut crystal on each side of a nugget. Okay, the bronze ear wires are from my own stash, but I thought, they're not exactly the same, but they're close enough. I think it goes. And I didn't put any orange in the earrings purposely, so that you could either wear them with this piece or just as a separate pair of earrings, not trying to match anything. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. I pulled out the rest of the beads that I need here. I'll finish up this, show you how that looks, and then I'll show you how I made that earring. So first thing I'm going to do is get myself some wire, just straighten it with my little straightener here, and cut a few pieces of wire. You don't need very long pieces here because, it's not that difficult. I do want plenty though, because I hate to be short on wire, and that interferes with your ability to make the links. I'm using my round nose pliers. Now note, I have marked on my pliers where I want to do the loop, and what this does is it gives us a more unified look. Okay, now when you're doing a simple loop, you always want to start with a flush cut end, and you want to do that so that the end fits up against the wire. So I'm going to kink my wire like so. I'm going to try to stay in frame. I'm going to go to the very end of that where I have turned it over, and I think I might have made it a little long, but I'll show you how I shorten it if I did. So I have that lined up with nothing sticking past. I'm going to roll it towards me, readjust my pliers, and roll my wrist. Well, get it right on that there. And I did cut it a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cutters, leaving a flush side there, and cut off just the smallest amount. Put my pliers back in and continue to roll. And there we have our loop. Okay, so if you do get your wire too long, that's how you would adjust it. All right, now I'm ready to put this section together. So I need a crystal, a nugget, and another crystal. Okay, now I want my loops to be going in the same direction, so I'm going to hold the bottom with this hand and kink my wire over right at that bead. Okay, like so. And we can always adjust it a little bit. Then I'm going to cut my wire to the length I think I need, leaving a flush cut there. Okay, grab my round nose pliers, put them to the very end, roll it, and change your pliers and roll it again. And there we go. We have our second link. Okay, so we want to make sure that's nice and snug. Then I have my flat nose pliers. I'm going to open this just a little bit and put it on here and close it back down. Okay, so we're starting on our other side now. And you can always, like I said, make your loops perfect. Okay, so I'm going to grab another wire. Next we're going to make this component. I already have a flush cut here, so I just need to bend this. Put my pliers at the end of the wire, roll it, reposition my pliers, and continue to roll. And this one is, it's a little long too. Yeah, I'm not judging this very good, am I? Let's cut off just a tiny bit. I'd always rather cut it than to have to shrink my loop down. And there we go. Okay, so we'll put on one of our turquoise colored magnesite discs, one of our red agate beads, and another disc bead. Okay, grab it down at the bottom like that, bend your wire. Okay, cut your wire, leaving a flush cut side there. Take your round nose pliers, put them at the end, and roll. And there's our second one. So we'll open that, attach it to this link, close it back down. This is really a very quick way to make something once you get comfortable making simple loops. It's always going to be my nemesis. I think they just intimidate me for some reason. And then to make this symmetrical, I'm ready for my Z agate on this side. So I already started it, so I'm gonna just bend it over, cut it to the length I want, which is just taking off just a little bit here. Make sure we do it flush. Put our round nose pliers at the end of our wire and roll. And there we go. So I'm going to take my pliers and open that loop and attach it. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys, I hit the camera. I've got it pretty close to my mat here, so I don't have a whole lot of room to work. Close that back down. Okay, so that's how we go about doing this. I'm gonna do the rest of my loops off screen. If you need help with that, just roll the video back and watch a couple more, and I'm gonna get this finished and then I'll come back. Okay, all right, see you in a few. Okay guys, I finished up the other side and I pulled from my stash 4mm jump rings and a toggle clasp. I chose this bamboo looking toggle clasp because this is kind of a woodsy, jungly kind of, theme. So I thought that would go better than most. And I've also cut myself 10 inches of the chain that came in the box, the Lumicina chain, and I cut that in half. Now this measured out to be about 14 inches, so I've cut 10 inches here, 5 on each side, and we're going to attach those. And then I'll show you how to make the earring. Okay, so I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here. Open this jump ring. attach it to the leaf and to the chain, and make sure I get it closed real good. Perfect. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Open our jump ring, attach it to the leaf, attach it to the chain, close it up real good. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing putting our clasp on. Okay, grab one, open it up, attach it to the end of one side and half of your clasp, and of course you can use whatever kind of clasp you choose. I mean, this is just what I thought I wanted to use because I had it and I thought it kind of went well with the beads. Okay. Now when you're doing a toggle clasp, when you're attaching it to chain, you don't have to put those extra jump rings because chain will let it go through. You know, it's not like you're going to have a bead blocking it. It'll go right through there. Okay, so there's our necklace, and then we'll do our earrings. Okay, here's what we're making. We're going to make another one just like it. So I've already cut myself some wire. I do need to flush cut it though. I'm going to do the same thing with the wire, you know, putting the loop. Okay, there's one loop. Put on a crystal, put on a nugget, and put on another crystal. Now, the way my ear wires are oriented, I have to have my loops facing different directions. You see, the loop at the top is facing one way, and the loop at the bottom is facing another way, and that's to accommodate both of our pieces that we're adding to this. So I'm just going to bend that and cut it. Okay, and roll that little thing back towards you. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this side, grab this side, and twist it so that they are oriented in different directions. You see that? Flatten them out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to attach my leaf, just like so. Thankfully these are the same on both sides, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so, and you don't have to worry about, you know, getting it on front or back or whatever on your ear wire either. Now if you don't want to open that, you can open your ear wire maybe. Either way, you know, it's not going to hurt either way. All right, and there's our earring. Okay, now I am going to make a bracelet that goes with this set. I have one Z agate bead left. I've used the rest, so I'm going to do a wrap like that for the centerpiece of my bracelet. But I'll do that off camera because, I mean, it's exactly the same method as we used doing this. And I don't know if I pointed this out to you or not, but for our focal, I put 2 of the turquoise beads on each side and then just did, you know, the wrap loops on each side, just like the other pieces. So anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really, really do always appreciate you all being here. It means the world to me that y'all follow and watch my videos. So Anyway, remember, take good care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.